You can roll it all the way out. So this is the poster. Stand up, Billy. Yeah, so this is the poster here, and on the other side, for those sisters as well, we have prophets of Islam, and the idea again is to show, for instance, Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam. So anybody who believes that we're Mohammedans or we only believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this shows, and we've got prophets of Islam. Have I got it the right way around? Have I? Yes? Is that upside down?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Okay, and it's got peace be upon him all at the end. So that's the idea of this particular banner, inshallah. And alhamdulillah, what it does is it stops people when they get to you, they already know what you're standing for. They know you're Muslim. So when they arrive at the table, alhamdulillah, they know inshallah you're Muslim. And it stops them arriving there and saying, oh, what's this about, and then being abusive. Now what we've now introduced also, Junaid, just pass me that one please, inshallah. What we've now introduced for the sides of the tables, a brother had this idea and it's a fantastic idea. If you hold that one up, baby, please. We've now introduced this one to the sides of the table, which is, let there be no compulsion in religion. This is very famous ayat, 256 of Baqarah. The idea is simply that when people approach the table, at the side, they see this. So this idea of compulsion in religion, before they reach the table, they can read there's no compulsion in religion. That's the first thing they read. And then when they come to the front, they then see the front of the poster. This is a way of diffusing any problems. And if they come and say, which is very common, sometimes people come and say, oh, could I do this I couldn't do this in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if anyone's ever heard this kind of statement, and they need to of course be reminded that Saudi Arabia is a theocracy, this is a secular democracy. If it was a Christian state we couldn't do it either, but it's not, so it helps to diffuse the situation. So the idea is this on the sides and that one on the front, alhamdulillah. And also we needed to be specific about what our call was, because in the old days, way back when, people would come to Islam, but what were they coming to? Then there used to be this mad scramble, and those days, alhamdulillah, they're not active now, alhamdulillah, they've been humiliated. There used to be quite active groups of Shia among some reverts who had wanted to do muta and wanted to have girlfriends and so on and so forth. So many of them became Shia, so they wanted to have temporary marriages, but they just were following their desires. And these guys were active in actually trying to get new people that embraced Islam to become Shia. But alhamdulillah, we needed an organisation that was calling to the Sunnah. Now you had GMAS, which is already were doing their at that time it was like their first conference they had. But we needed something, inshallah, separate to that, like on the streets, inshallah, doing something whereby we were calling non-Muslims to Quran and Sunnah from the word go. This is a very important point, that you're calling them to Quran and Sunnah from the word go. And we also wanted an area whereby the adab would be different from Hyde Park. So thereby, we decided to do them on a Saturday, do the tables on a Saturday, which is the Eid of the Kuffar. And they're walking around the town centres and stuff, and they see the table, and they'll saunter over and they'll have a chat and so on and so forth. I was given a Quran, alhamdulillah, I read it, I became a Muslim, and inshallah the idea was hopefully through discussions and leaflet and booklet distribution, people would also do the same thing. That was the idea, and alhamdulillah now we've got sort of 12 years later, and we have now had over 1,000 people embrace Islam since we started the project 12 years ago, alhamdulillah. So, now regarding the dawah tables, what's very important, I need to make this point very much to you brothers and sisters here, is people will often come up with this excuse, I don't have any knowledge, I don't have any ilm. You just teach what you know, nothing more. Whatever you know, tell them about. What you don't know, as our Shaykh Imam Malik, when he was asked a question which he didn't know, so tell him Imam Malik doesn't know. So if you don't know and you're humble and you don't like to run around in circles trying to create some strange answer, people have more respect for you. So if you don't know, just tell them you don't know. Saying that, no one comes up to you on the table and says, a non-Muslim, Shafi'i in his Risala said this, but Malik's Muwatta, he said that. I mean, they're not coming with fiqhi, twisty, very difficult questions. They're kuffar, they're just coming with stupidity, It's kind of straightforward. So it's quite easy, alhamdulillah, to answer them. It's not like, so brothers get confused. They kind of imagine people are going to come up to them with Fath al-Bari and, you know, say, oh, this point here, and you're going to be very confused. No, it's straightforward. These people are non-Muslims. They ask stupid questions. You be patient with them, inshallah, and be kind and listen to them, even though what you hear is crazy sometimes. And inshallah, with good manners and good adab, you know, you give them the answer. So that's basically the IPO Dawah Table project. It was just an idea, an opportunity to give Muslims somewhere to go out and give dawah. And there's been no more important time than the period, of course, that we're in now. The issue really now for Muslims is Islam. Every single week, we know the newspapers, the television, the radio, they're talking about Islam. These call-in shows, I advise you, brothers and sisters, John Gaunt Show, 94.9 Radio London, they have issues about Islam. Call them up, especially sisters, call them up and defend Islam. Nick Ferrari's show, On in the Morning, again, call these shows up, listen to them, and if they talk about the deen, call them up and defend Islam. And if you're able to do a dawah table, we're not a hizb, we're not a party. We provide you with the books, the literature, the poster, the chairs, because it's good to sit down when you do your dawah, be comfortable and happy. And if you want any assistance in that way, contact brother Zafar, inshallah, and he will give you all of the support you need. We'll put you onto us and we can do it, inshallah. Very important for us to get out there and do the dawah and give people, you know, the true message of Islam. The reason why I brought, by the way, my children is because I don't have a dawah partner like a brother or sister. I have my daughter, my son, my brother-in-law. These are the ones who do my table with me. They have a rota once a month, once every Saturday. It's either Mariam or it's Junaid or it's Bilal. These are my dawah helpers. They start the table with me at 12 o'clock, alhamdulillah, and they finish at 5 o'clock on a Saturday. They do 5 hours one Saturday, in a rota, so to speak. So you don't need to have, for those brothers who can't find anybody, grab a family member, inshallah. Grab somebody, but if you can do it, contact us, inshallah, and we'll assist you, inshallah. So that's, I apologise, it's brief, inshallah, but do the dawah, read, study, do the dawah, inshallah. We've got to get the message of Islam across to people. We've got to work hard, inshallah. So, may Allah bless you, all of your efforts. May Allah accept your Ramadan fasting and the Ramadan and efforts of all of the Muslims all over. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakallah khair.